Okay, so don't judge my kitchen. It's shitty. I live in a house that's over 100 years old, and when we moved in, the landlords didn't renovate this room like they agreed upon. We're not going to go there. But, so yeah, we're in the process of getting it not looking like shit. But wanted to do a different video today. Again, somebody that I can't remember their name. It's like something beer review guy or something like that on YouTube. I think is his channel, Jerry Fort or something like that. I think is what his name is. Something along those lines. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But I actually really love his channel and was talking to him a while back about possibly helping out our channel some as far as recommendations on what we could do. And he suggested maybe doing some cooking stuff. Um, cook, but not as often as I'd like, just for the sole fact that my wife's always working, or I'm busy, or vice versa. So, like, we cook, but not as much as we'd like to. Um, and this is a recipe that I've been making since I was a kid, and I was getting ready to make it, and I said, screw it. Why don't I show you? Because maybe someone out there might want to try it. It looks disgusting. Just being honest, it looks nasty. And I'm doing it super ghetto because I don't do videos like this. I mean, if you recognize that, then it's from our other videos. But I actually have you shoved in my cabinet right now because I don't have anywhere to put you. But yeah, this is, I don't know if this is a recipe my dad came up with. My dad's a blue collar guy, or was. He's been gone for years. But as a child, he always told me he came up with this recipe. So whether he did or not, I couldn't really tell you. I mean, I don't doubt that he came up with it in his head, but I wouldn't doubt it as well if it exists somewhere else. But I've been eating it since I was a little kid. I love it. He loved it. My family loves it. It's good. So don't judge it for what it looks like. Just try it. So the easiest way to do this is the way I always make it. Um, Pack of saltines. They have to be real saltines with salt. You can do it salt free, but the recipe also calls for salt, so it just won't taste right if you don't have salt in it. I use tomato juice. Um, my dad, when he was alive, he would sometimes use tomato juice, but he also would just use like a can or two of stewed tomatoes, juice and all. So you can do it that way too. If you'd prefer stewed tomatoes over tomato juice, a can of Viennas, which I always just use one can. You can use more. You can use more or less of these ingredients, but it's just generally what you need just to make it easier for the recipe. And then mayonnaise, Dukes, and salt and pepper. So for the video as a recipe, I usually go one entire sleeve of saltines, crushed. So just kind of crush them in your hand. You can make less or more of this. I just do it this way because when I'm making it, it just makes making it easier because I can go to the grocery store and say, well, a box of saltines has 4 packs. That'll be 4 amounts of this recipe. And then, okay, now I know when I go to the Viennas to get 4 cans because that's going to make 4 amounts. And then, you know, your jug of tomato juice or tomatoes. If you're using stewed tomatoes, 1 can works with 1 recipe. So kind of the same thought. Okay, there you go. Crushed crackers. Once you got those in there, then I go with the Viennas. Now, generally, if I'm eating Viennas by themselves, I'll drink the juice. But for this recipe, dump it. You don't need it. You can still drink it, but... Okay, so what I do with these is 1 Vienna, I try to get 3 pieces out of. So, 1, 3. Do that to each of them. Break them into 3 small. Ow! Just cut myself on the can. That felt great. Vienna juice in my veins. I just dropped that. Here you go, dog. All the years of doing this, I've never cut myself on a can. Till now. You want some of that? Here you go. It's exactly what you want to see in a review video. Oh, my blood is on the can. Scrumdiddly, ugh. Okay, now once you got your bloody can empty, well, like that. It's more bullshit. Hey, let me rinse this off so I don't get blood all in my shit. Yeah, she's a clean one. She's going to start bleeding again. Now from here, we go with the mayonnaise. Now, depending on how creamy you want this, I generally like mine more tomatoey than creamy. So, somewhere around 3 helping, not 3. Yeah, he's still going. 1.5 to 2 globs. That's about all you need. That's all I'm gonna do. You can add more, you can add less, but damn, that's gonna keep going. I'll have to push some alcohol on that. Now, with the tomato juice, which is next, make sure you shake it. And this is one of those things where you kind of can't measure, you just kind of eye it. So what I do is I pour it enough to where you can just cover everything and then stir. Because you got to make sure that everything's getting wet and you're getting the mayonnaise incorporated. But what you'll notice, because it's like one of those things like your mom or your grandma will tell you, you do it by eye. But one thing you'll notice is the crackers will generally soak up everything. Like, you'll put it in there and you'll stir it and you'll be like, oh, I'm done. And then you'll walk away and you go to sit down to eat it. And you're like, what the hell? This is dry. This is like concrete. You didn't add enough. See, that's what it looks like right now. Looks like slop. That's what we call it, slop. You'd think you're done here. You're not. Add a little bit more. Just another splash. Now, I might need to add more. Because again, at this point, it kind of seems like you're doing overkill. And again, if you end up making this and you like it, then you can experiment over time and get better with eyeballing it. But like, it's all pink and sloppy now. And again, generally you can quit here. I don't know how well you can even see that because my lighting is dog shit. But generally you can stop here. I'm going to add a little bit more because I like mine juicier. But I also know it's going to dry up some once it sits a minute, and I don't like mine thick. I like mine a little wet on the sloppier side. And then that's pretty much it. Now, salt and pepper. Uno pimento, por favor. Sorry, I had to get the pepper. Black pepper. I like heavy black pepper. And then salt to taste. And stir, and you're good. Like I said, looks disgusting, sounds disgusting. But, again, it's a favorite in the household. Now, the wife won't eat it because she don't like Viennas or tomato juice. But, yeah. A lot of people like it. I even had a job at one point in time where I worked at a vegan catering service. And I made them something similar. You can add or subtract things like, of course, they're vegan, so we didn't put in the viennas. But I actually had someone at the time that made me some homemade tomato juice and brought it to work. And then they used their vegan crackers and vegan mayonnaise, and it still worked. And they fell in love with it. So, if you're vegan or whatever, you can still do this. Just take away the viennas and, you know, use your vegan products, and it still works. And don't talk to me about gluten bullshit, because I don't know. I'm not gluten free. I don't give a shit about gluten. So, yeah, that'll be it. Looks like this nasty bullshit right here. Trying to get the lighting, but yeah, now you can feed your face like a fat piece of shit. Next video.